back to another video. So today I'm going to be getting ready with you guys. Let me just get my brushes out. I don't really know what we're going to be talking about, but we'll see. We'll see. I have my mirror over here, so if you guys see me looking over here, that's why. So, the boys are downstairs watching TV, and they'll probably jump in here from time to time. So how are you guys doing? So I was just watching Bird's new video. I think she uploaded it yesterday. It's the latest video that she just uploaded. But she was talking about how, well, someone asked her if parents should be okay with their daughters fighting, or if they should be opposed to it. And her take on it was that you basically should teach your kids to not let themselves get punked. Like if someone, because once you let yourself get punked by like one person or one time, they're going to continue to do it. You're going to be like their punching bag. And that reminded me of the of my mom, and the couple times that situation came up with us. She always, I think is it like a Mexican household thing or what, where you're always told if you get in a fight and you lose, you better be expecting a worst whooping at home. Did you guys ever hear that? My mom, when we were younger, she used to always tell us, you know, I don't want you going out looking for fights or like causing fights, but I don't want you letting yourself getting punked either. If someone comes at you, then, you know, do something about it. Don't let yourself get bullied, but don't be out there like bullying or starting fights for no reason either. And I think it really all depends on the situation. Because every time something came up, like the few times that that came up with me, and I would go up to my mom and I would tell her, she'd always say, well, why? Like, why do you want to fight this girl? Why does this girl want to fight you? Like, what's causing this? What's causing, like, her to want to fight you or you want to fight her? And then she'd kind of be like, well, okay, you know, if you guys fight, then you fight, you know? Like, no, you're not going to get in trouble. I'm not telling you go and freaking start throwing hands, but if she comes after you, you better not let yourself either. I have a lagaña in my eye. Can you see it? I don't think you can see it. But it's like covering my pupil. And the one time that the girl came up to me at the lockers, I felt, did I? I don't remember if it was a couple days before that like I knew the girl was gonna come up to me, or if it was after. But I told my mom, I told her, I was like, Mom, I think I'm gonna have to fight this girl, or I think this girl wants to fight me. Just kind of giving her like a heads up, like if you get a call, you're gonna fight or something, don't be pulling up all mad. I'm gonna tell you right now, this was going on. And I need to put on some chapstick. And she asked me why, and I told her, you know, the whole situation. And then she was like, no, like, that ain't worth it. Like, you don't need to be fighting over that. If she comes at you, okay, but if not, just leave it at that. You're not gonna go looking for trouble. Like, it's not even a reason to fight. And then I remember when I was in elementary school, these freaking, I think about it now and I'm like, yo, like, those were not your friends, homegirl. Like, what the fuck were you thinking? You looked mad dumb over there still hanging out with them and trying to be their friend or whatever. These group of girls that I thought were my friends back then, because I didn't know any better, but they really were just like, they were like mean girls. You know, like the types of friends that like throw low blows at you all the time, or whenever they get the chance, or when they just have you around when it's convenient for them. Like those types of friends. Well, those were the types of friends I'm talking about. That's what these girls were like. And one time I came home and I was so mad, and I was so upset, and I told Mom, I was like, Mom, I'm gonna fight this girl. I think it was like 4th grade. It was like 4th grade, 5th grade, around there. And it was in elementary. But I came home, I was so mad, and I told my mom, I'm gonna fight this girl. And she was like, she started laughing because I was like so mad. It was like funny. Like, why are you so mad? Like, calm down. Like, you little 4th grader. Like, calm down. What made you so mad that you want to freaking fight this girl so bad? And I told her, I was like, I want to fight her. I was like, she called me short shit. You guys, this girl that was supposedly my friend really came out and just called me short shit. And I don't remember what I did or what I said. I think I probably just stayed quiet. Didn't say anything. And I was like, what? And I was like, yeah, she called me short shit, so I'm a fighter. I just want to let you know I'm a fighter. I wasn't gonna fight her. But then at that time she was like, well, okay. And at this time, my stepdad was really into like trying to get like I don't want to say fit, but really into like working out and like just staying active. All of us, like everybody. So he was like he was always buying a whole bunch of like workout equipment for the house, because we had an extra living room upstairs, so that was like the little workout area. And he had a little like you know, the little punching ball that you punch it and it comes back to you, and it's on a stick. Well, I was so mad that day that after I told my mom, she was like, well, okay. After I told her that, I went and I was just I was just sitting there for a good like half hour just punching the ball, so mad. And then the other time was when we moved here to Washington, and that girl was trying to fight me for no reason. I think I told you guys a story, right? When I told my mom about it, and my mom was the one that freaking drove me to the fight. So I think it all depends on like the situation, and if it's even like, if it's even like worth fighting over or not. Like, if it's just something dumb, like that girl that wanted to fight me over her boyfriend, like in that case, it's like, okay, no, you're not gonna do that because that's stupid. Like, you're not gonna be fighting. That's one thing that my mom always told us too. You're not gonna be fighting over no boy. Like, that's not worth it. That's not, like, you're not gonna do that. But if they're punking on you, or they just come at you, then yeah, you're gonna defend yourself. But what's your guys' take on it? Like, how do you feel? Are you like completely against violence? Because let me tell you guys, the other day I took the boys to the park, and I mean, the boys still aren't even like big. Like, Isaac is barely gonna be turned 4 and Zaya just turned 2, so they're still little. But that's one thing that Jonathan and I are always like, you know what, like, we're gonna put them in boxing classes and like teach them to defend themselves so that they're never like getting bullied or anything, because kids are cruel, like, and they'll always go after like the weakest links. So we're not like, we're kind of the same as, like I said, my mom, like, you're not gonna go out there looking for fights, but you're definitely gonna be defending yourself. Like, I don't want you to be nobody's punching bag. I don't want you to get punked by anybody. Because let me tell you, when my little brother, when he first started going to school here, there was a freaking kindergarten little girl. I think my brother was like, what, first grade? And a little girl that was in kindergarten was trying to punk on him. Like, what? And because she was a girl, like, he was like, I'm not gonna do anything, you know? And the little girl would like kick him, and this was on the bus. So anyways, the other day I took the boys to the park, and this little boy, I want to say he was like 6. I'm like running out. He was definitely older than the boys for sure. And the boys, Zaya's not one to go looking for friends. Zaya's more like me. He kind of just sticks to himself. He'll play with his brother, but Isaac is like his dad. He goes and like the first person he sees, he starts talking to them, and he's really outgoing, and Zaya's more to himself. Who are you? Zaya's more to himself. He really doesn't like to interact with people. I mean, he'll play with other little kids if he sees Isaac playing with them, but for the most part, he'll kind of just stick to himself and Isaac. So that day, it was during the week. It was, a Tuesday that I took them? And they were playing by themselves, because there's like 2 parts to the park. And they were playing on like the smaller kids section. And then this little boy pulls up with his brother. And Isaac was telling me, Mom, I'm going to go to the big slide. I'm going to walk up the big slide. And the little boy, like, this was none of his business. The little boy turns and he tells him, you can't do that. Isaac didn't hear him. I heard him. No, I didn't tell Isaac anything. I was like, go climb on the freaking slide, son. Because there was no one else in that section. So I was like, sure, just climb up the slide. I don't care. But the little boy's like, you can't do that. I was like, whatever. And then the little boy and his brother start trying to punk on Isaac and Isaiah. And I was like, okay, well, that's what we're not gonna do. He goes up to Zaya. Zaya was sitting on like this little like ship part of the playground. And he's just sitting there like looking around, minding his own business, and the little boy comes up to him and he tries to scare him. He's like, ah! And Zaya turns, and Zaya has this thing where he just like, whenever we're out in public, he likes to mug people. So he was just like mad dogging the kid, like, excuse me, can I help you? After the kid tried to scare him. And then he just kind of goes about his business. He doesn't really mind the little boy too much. He just looked at him after the little boy tried to scare him. Now the thing, he didn't get scared or anything because I'm scaring them all the time. I'm that mom that keeps them on their toes. Then what did the little boy do? I'm trying to remember exactly what he did. He did something to Isaiah. What did he do to him? He did something to Isaiah. And Isaac saw that the little boys were being mean, so he kind of just like, he kept his distance from them. And like I said, he's usually one to like go and try and be making friends and be interacting with kids. But since he saw that they were being like mean, he really was like keeping his distance. He was like, nah, I'm not about that, you know? And Zaya, on the other hand, he kind of like, he's not one to stand off. Like if they're fighting here with my brothers, he'll try to fight the freaking biggest one out of them all, the 6 foot, my brother that's 6 feet tall. Like, he does not care. Isaiah does not care. If you mess with him, he's gonna mess with you, and that's that. So anyways, the little kid and his brother, and they were both older than the boys. They were both bigger than both of the boys, both Isaac and Isaiah. But they kept trying to punk on Isaac and Isaiah. They kept like screaming in their face and just being punks. And Isaac and Isaiah, prior to that, were playing with sticks. They had picked up some sticks and they were playing with sticks. And the little boy comes down the slide following Isaiah, and Isaiah has a stick in his hand, and he goes up to the little boy's face after the, like I said, I don't remember exactly what the little kid did, but he did something to Isaiah. And so Isaiah goes up to the little kid's face, and he's in his face, and he says, "What did you say?" You guys, I damn near died laughing. I was like, oh my goodness. I could not. I was like, yep, that's right. You do not let yourself get punked, son. Because that little boy had no business punking on him. Like, as soon as he got onto the freaking playground, he was punking on, it wasn't just Isaac and Isaiah. He was punking on all the other little kids that were smaller than him. And Isaiah was not having it. And, and they kept punking on them. Isaac and Isaiah ended up chasing the kids around the playground, and then the kid threw bark at Isaiah. And then when he did that, his mom saw, and his mom, you know, called him and told him not to be doing that. And then she took them to like another part of the park. But like right there, what would you guys do? Because I cannot stand when little kids are being bullied like that. I can't stand bullies, period. And when it comes to my kids, because every time we go anywhere, there's always little kids that try to like punk and think that they run the show, and they do not. They do not. And it's aggravating because their parents will be sitting right there watching them, and they don't say anything, and it's like, nope, not today, honey. So what do you guys do? Are you guys like, no, like the peacemakers, like, no, I don't want anyone fighting? And do you guys like end up like just removing your kids from the situation? Like younger, older, or what do you do? What do you do when someone is trying to punk on your kids? Are you for them defending themselves, or are you just like, no, I don't want you fighting at all? Doesn't matter if you're defending yourself or not. What is it? Because to me, it's the same. Don't go looking for fights. Don't go causing fights. But don't be letting yourself get punked either, because kids will punk you over everything and anything. They don't care. And once they find a little weak link, they stick to them, and then that's why you get bullied for like your whole life. And what, baby? Get some what?
Okay.
You're gonna fall? I even caught a picture of when Zaya was saying that to the kid. I'll insert it here. It looks so funny because I'm telling you guys, the kid was bigger. And Zaya was all up in his face. Like, what did you say? He really doesn't care. Look at the bird.
Bird.
Careful. ¿Qué está haciendo Isaac? Hmm? He's looking at himself in the mirror. Se está chuleando. They were just eating chips downstairs, and look at his face. Look, show them your face. What were you eating? Hacia para atrás.
Chips.
You're eating chips? Were they good? Huh? Were they good?
Oh.
Like, Zaya's definitely... Es el más calladito, but he's definitely one... El que no se deja either. Like, from anybody, he doesn't care. Even with my mom sometimes. Like, if anybody does anything to him, he doesn't care. He'll, like, return it.
Cows.
What is he watching?
Cows.
He's watching Cars?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't breathe. I'm not gonna do too much to my eye. Just doing something simple.
Cows.
And the way it is nowadays, like, seems like, I don't know. Do you guys think that bullying has gotten worse, or it's just that? Because it seems like it's gotten worse because of all, like, ¿Qué pasó? What'd you drop?
Tails.
Hmm?
Tails.
Oh, I can't get it.
Look.
No.
A
Do you
dog.
think that it's gotten worse, or that it's always been this bad, but
Yes,
now
yes.
it's just getting more exposure? Like the problem itself?
Tail.
Zaya,
A tail.
no, because you're going to drop them.
Do cows.
Yeah. Because now that I think about it, there is a lot of kids that I recall that would get bullied, like in my elementary school. And like there's this one girl that she was pretty. I don't want to say she was fat, because she really wasn't. She was just, you know, a little thicker than all the other girls, all the other like mean girls.
No.
Okay, stop. She was just a little more thicker than the mean girls from my school. Because those girls, they were like toothpicks. They were super skinny. And they would like exclude her from things, and she was always the one getting left out, and they weren't the nicest to her, right, during elementary. And I don't know what the girl did, but come middle school, she lost so much weight, and all those girls that wouldn't really want to talk to her during elementary started wanting to talk to her, because those girls started getting a little thickums in middle school, and they wanted to know her secrets. They would ask her like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm not gonna say her name, but they'd be you know, fake. be like, oh my gosh, you're so and so. What did you do? How did you lose weight? And you could tell in her face, she would look at them like, girl, why are you talking to me now? Like, you never wanted to talk to me before, and now all of a sudden you want to be my friend and you want to know how I lost weight. Careful, baby. I remember one time she did tell the girls, she told them, because they kept asking her, like, they would always ask her, and she would be like, I didn't do anything, like, I didn't do anything special, like, I just lost the weight, you know? And I don't know if that's true. I don't know if maybe she went through something. I don't know. But that's none of my business. And I never really asked her because I was like, that's none of my business, you know? But one day she did tell the girls, she was like, can you guys leave me alone? Like, you guys didn't want to talk to me before. You guys never wanted to talk to me before. Like, can you guys leave me alone? Like, I don't. She didn't want to associate herself with those girls because it's like, why would you? Like, they were being mean to you and they were always rude to you before, and then all of a sudden they want to be like your best friends. Like, during elementary, you know, you want to be friendly with everyone and you want to be friends with everyone, and when someone's mean to you, you kind of, it definitely hits you hard. So she was like, why do you want to talk to me now? Like, now I don't want to talk to you. Like, I want to be by myself. And she really did. Like, she only had like a small circle of friends, but those were people that were friends with her even back when no one wanted to be friends with them, with her.
Please.
Clean it? Here you go. You're welcome. So now now that I think about it, I feel like maybe it's always been an issue. Not that it grew into a bigger issue, but because there's not as much awareness, it's kind of gotten worse in the aspect of kids don't really know how to deal with it, and sometimes they feel like they can't talk to anybody about it, and that's why sad things tend to happen, like suicide. Especially like if it happens to kids that have things already going on at home and they try to find an outlet at school, but at school kids are just being mean to you, and then you just start to feel like, well, damn, like, do I have a place anywhere? Or, and you start to feel like you don't. Yeah.
Mom.
Yeah. So basically what I'm trying to get at is I think you should just always try and have a open communication with your kids. And as long as there's that understanding that, you know, if you feel like you have to get in a fight to defend yourself, okay, you know, kudos to you. But I don't want you out there being a troublemaker either and causing fights or, like, you know, being a bad kid. And having that open communication, they can also let you know, like, you know what? Like, I'm getting bullied, or like these kids are messing with me and I don't know what to do about it. But I think that sometimes the school can be at fault for a lot of things because, like Maria Stella's kid, like, he keeps getting bullied. He's already busted his lip. He broke his tooth. And the school doesn't do anything to the kids because they don't consider that bullying. Like, what are you waiting for it to be considered bullying? Like, right there, what would you do in that case? Like, if your kid kept getting bullied, but the school wasn't doing anything about it? I would be livid. I don't know what I would do. Because you can't always just move them from schools because they have to be to their district, and then there's just a lot that goes into that, right? So you can't just move them from the school. But it's like, if it's not him, it's just gonna be another kid that keeps getting bullied, and like, what is the school waiting for them to do something? Hey. So I think that's another big contributor.
Die. Go. Go.
I think I'm pretty much done.
Go.
There. Sit back here. Thank you. I was gonna do a liner, but I'm kind of just trying to go for, like, you know, a little simple.
Simple.
Nothing
Simple.
big. Simple.
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 Simple. Simple.
Simple. I'm trying to go just for a simple look. I don't really want to do my hair, straighten it or curl it or anything, because I'm thinking of cutting it. And I might have Jonathan cut it when he gets home today. I think I grew it out long enough, and I'm kind of getting sick of it. Plus, once baby girl comes, I'm not going to have the same time to straighten it out.
Tell me.
You tell me?
Yeah.
I'm not going to have the same amount of time to straighten it, and if it's shorter, then I will have the time and I won't be looking dead all of the time. So, I don't know, I'm kind of thinking of going like shoulder length, but we'll see. You guys will see. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below on, you know, like, bullying and what would you do. I need to go find my chapstick. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.